Yo, my name is Nur-D, and I do hip-hop here in the Twin Cities and around the world now. It's pretty crazy.
How are things post-pandemic? Because I know your creative life has definitely evolved, and it's been such a treasure to see your music kind of change. What's it all been like, man?
Yo, I mean, I feel like we're in, like, the sequel to the same, like, pandemic that we are, because it's, like, Pandemic 2, Electric Boogaloo, for real. But life has been a wild ride since last year. Like, with all the albums and singles that I put out last year, just because everything was going on, I just need to get pen to paper. This year has been pretty much more of the same, a little bit more of introspection from me, but, like, we never stopped growing. I never stopped growing from last year, and now it's just, like, hitting the road, going out of town. This is my first con, so I'm here doing my first con, and it's just beautiful. It's a lot of fun.
That's super cool. Now, one of the things that we really enjoyed is just the fact that you're super involved in your community very, very locally. And it seems like, because I just saw you on the television the other day for various spots, what's it like getting to do more in your community possibly than you were before?
It's a very unique experience to see yourself on television in the town that you live in, you know? I always wanted to be the center of attention because I'm that kind of person. But it is odd. It's like this beautiful, odd feeling of being like, oh, hey, like, I'm a part of the music scene here. People want to hear from me about particular things. People want me on their television. I bring intrinsic value to things. Is wild. It's wonders for my self-esteem, even, imposter syndrome aside. Like, it does wonders for that. But it's humbling to honestly be like, oh, hey, like, Nur-D is somebody that people want to see, and people that you live in, like the town that you live in, care and want to hear you. It's an amazing feeling.
Now, one of the reasons that you're here at this particular, we're at 2D Con in Minneapolis, and this is the first of me being in a convention in a long time, and I just moved to Minnesota recently, and you're performing with Mega Ran,
Yes.
who is one of the, like, coolest nerd hip-hop guys out there, really a trendsetter. Is this the first time you've gotten to work with him, and what's that feel like?
So I laugh when one of my first TikToks ever, when I first started making TikToks, it was me making a joke that Lizzo and Mega Ran are my parents, and now I'm performing with Mega Ran on stage. I'm beside myself. It's so fun. We met actually in the hall just a little bit ago when we were both looking at all the different art and different things that they were selling in the market here. We just met. We locked eyes. We were like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And so we've just like been in each other's circles. He's such a trendsetter in the part of nerd music, and I'm so happy to be here with him. It's going to be a crazy show.
And then last question, because I know we've all got things going on. What advice do you have for people now, especially being, like, whether it's a young person or somebody into music, like, what do you want to kind of pass on to people that are maybe struggling right now with the pandemic or whatever it may be?
This has been a really wild, hard time. And it's okay that if you didn't actually take anything other than time to heal yourself, that's fine. As a creative, you don't have to feel like every moment not spent creating is a waste. I feel like a lot of creatives have been saying, like, oh, the pandemic came and went and I didn't do anything. But that's okay. You are valid in just existing and making sure that you're all right. I encourage all of you to live life, to enjoy the things that you enjoy, to talk to the people you enjoy talking to, because that's where your music comes from. Even the sad moments, they're going to happen regardless, but just know that your art, whether it be painting, whether it be sculpting, whether it be creating content in any sort of way, or music or art, it is fueled by your life experiences. So if you don't live, you won't have anything to write about. And so it's okay for you to spend time living so that you can spend time creating later. And that's what I would give that kind of advice to everybody, is just like, take time to live. And then once you have something interesting, you'll know it, because you'll rush to whatever medium you rush to, and you're going to knock it out of the park.
Nur-D, everybody. Probably one of my favorite guests that we've had on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. Being aware of what you're doing has just been so much fun. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, dude. Woo! Yeah.